Hi there folks, Matt Hayson with the week that was for the property market. I'm going to start with the auction clearance rate because last Saturday we saw the clearance rate come through for the third consecutive weekend at a fairly stable number, sitting in that high 60% bracket, which is really good news. But I can tell you we are having far more positive conversations with buyers as there's a wider acceptance and acknowledgement that sellers have really started to pull back their pricing expectations, and where numbers are sitting right now is far more in line with where buyers are perceiving value, which is a great thing. So if this trend continues, we should see a reasonably positive finish for 2017 for the property market. Now this is coming off the back of, during the week, Treasury Secretary John Fraser had a pretty dire warning for the Australian financial sector, suggesting that there's still far too much debt, and as a result regulators may need to continue their stringent tightening up policy, particularly around housing. Now this is a real concern because buyers are already saying to us that it's really difficult to get a home loan approved at the present time. So if this does actually go to another level, we'll have to monitor that with great interest. And also during the week, QBE, who's the nation's biggest mortgage insurance lender, released its national housing report. Now focusing here on Sydney property prices, their view is over the next couple of years, Sydney property prices are likely just to decline a little bit, and then in year 3 we might see a little boost in property prices. However, over the next 3-year period, just looking at that, there's likely to be little, if any, growth whatsoever for Sydney property prices. So it does appear as though the environment that we're working in right now is likely to be an environment that we should be accustomed to at least for another year or two, which is not a bad thing, because what we're really seeing right now is that sellers are far more willing to negotiate on a property price, and also buyers have a greater selection available to them. And as we've pointed out over the last couple of weeks, this is the very best buying environment we've seen at least over the last 3 years. So make sure you get out there and have a look at some of the amazing properties that are available, because we're launching some great ones this week. We've got some also great properties going under the hammer. Now, as many of our long-term clients would be aware, Cobden & Hayson is the biggest community supporter of every neighbourhood that we service. And as we move in to the silly season, we've got some great events, and I want to make you aware of them so that you can get out there and support the community as well. Starting with the 40-year anniversary of the Balmain Markets, which are an absolute institution of our community. But this weekend, we've got some great raffles and giveaways. There's always a fantastic gossamer down there if you're hungry as well. So make sure that you step in between 9 and 3 p.m. And also on Saturday afternoon, the increasingly popular and ever spooky Halloween festival down at the Nicholson Street Public School kicks off between 2 and 7:30 p.m. Make sure that you check this out. But importantly, Peter Gordon is auctioning off his services and all of his commission to go back in to this great, wonderful public school. So if you're thinking of selling and you want to make a move, and you'd rather see your commission go into a fabulous school instead of another real estate agent, make sure that you call Peter Gordon today. And also finally, on Sunday, the Balmain Sailing Regatta. It's something we've supported right from its inception. It's one of the great days on the harbour and reminds you of this idyllic position that we have here on the Balmain Peninsula. Everything kicks off from 11 o'clock. There's great food, live music, there's boat races, and a great day of fun by the water. So make sure that you do check that out. So get on board, set sail down to Water Street in Birchgrove. We've got some more events coming up next week that I'll let you know about. It's going to be a huge weekend for property and events locally, so I look forward to seeing you guys out and about this weekend. Take care.